say the most amazing dessert. Figs, mascarpone, walnuts and honey. So let's do it. We start this one with a large mixing bowl. We're also going to want a whisk, electric, or you can use a manual. And the first ingredient to go in is some mascarpone cheese. So spoon in the mascarpone. So in with some mascarpone. Once it's in, some vanilla extract. So add a tablespoon or two, and then some cinnamon. A couple of tablespoons, some ground cinnamon. Just a dash, and we want a whole nutmeg. So use a hydroplane, and we want to grate out about half a nutmeg. And then we're going to blitz this up, but I just like to get it started with a little stir. Delicious. Spicy, fragrant, vanilla-y. You could add some caster sugar to this if you're using it for lots of other dishes. But this is going with a dish that also uses honey, so the honey is going to do the job. So take your whisk, put this on the lowest setting, unless you want to wear it. And we basically just want to whisk this up for about a minute or so. The mascarpone will get nice and light and moussey and ever so slightly runnier, almost like a sauce. Gives it a really great texture. There we go. Once the mascarpone is done, you can pop that to one side for a few ticks while we prepare some figs. For this recipe, we're going double the fig. So here, I've got some sun-dried fig. So they're almost candied. Intense flavour, sweet, beautiful. And you just want to cut these into little pieces. So into little quarters. So chop your way through the figs. There we go. So that is our candied fig, or sun-dried fig. And once you've diced them up, pop them into a bowl, and then our walnuts. Next up, we want walnuts. So take a small handful of the nuts, so just pop them out onto a board, and using a sharp knife, just roughly chop them into little chunky pieces. And we want them in really rough pieces. You could do this in a pestle and mortar, but we don't want them overdone. We don't want walnut dust. There we go, just nice, crumbly, some bigger, some smaller. We want a mixed bag of texture. There we go, walnuts to one side for a tick. And now we can start to put this together. So take a plate. The second figgy element are some fresh figs. So pop off the little stalk and very, very simply slice it down one way. Just before you get to the bottom, turn it 90 degrees, cut down in the opposite direction and slice down in the opposite direction, stopping just before the bottom. And then we're gonna open these out, exposing the beautiful pink flesh inside. And look at that, that is beautiful. Next fig. Prepare as many figs as you want. Our last fig on, and same again. Once you've done this, mascarpone. So take a dollop, add a little blob of the mascarpone to the centre of each of the figs. Same over here, right in the centre of the fig. You can also add a few little blobs of the mascarpone to the plate. And then from there, what we're going to do is just dot over some of our little candied or sun-dried figs. Just place those here, there and everywhere. The combination of the subtle, juicy, fresh figs and the delicious, sweet, strong, sun-dried figs is absolutely amazing. We're covering all of our figgy bases. There we go. And then our crushed walnuts. Scatter those around. Add a few pieces of the walnuts. Scatter those around the plate. There we go, that is going to do the job. Then we want a tablespoon. And then to finish, we want some lovely runny honey. So start with a tablespoon of honey, and just start with one of your figs. Drizzle the honey over the figs and the mascarpone. And we just want to go all over the place. Add as much as you like, and then we want to give it one last little grating of that fresh whole nutmeg. And there we have the most amazing, delicious dessert. And that there looks incredible, and it tastes even better, believe me. Fresh figs with sun-dried fig, spiced mascarpone and vanilla cream, walnuts and honey. Righty-ho guys, so there we have it. Classic combo, let's do it. Ooh, goodness me, whoa. That is really good. That's a tough one to describe. You got a subtle sweetness from the honey, a lovely juiciness from the fresh figs, and then that bit of chewiness from the sun-dried figs, crunch from the walnut, some lovely spiciness from the cinnamon and nutmeg, gives it a slight sort of chai tinge almost. That is very, very good. If you've never tried figs, or you think you don't like them, I would urge you to give this a try. So guys, I'm gonna be a greedy boy and polish this lot off. If you could just hit that subscribe button below and join me here for more videos, more recipes and fun and games. Give the video a thumbs up by hitting the like button, also down there, and I'll see you next time. Yummy.